Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here. It's time to take a look at the new AirPods Pro. This is the second generation. I also do have the original here that we'll put side by side to compare. I'm excited to test these out. Design-wise, they should be very similar. However, upgrades on a lot of different features, including the noise cancellation, better battery life. The case got a design update, including a speaker built into that case. We'll test that out. So I'm really excited to check these out. We'll take a quick look what comes in the box, run through the setup process on my phone, check out that new case, and then of course put them in my ears and run through some testing as well. So let's get started on the AirPods Pro 2. Here are the AirPods Pro second generation from Apple. I also want to point out that these have volume controls built into the stem. So now that we're opening them up, I'm excited to test that out because in the first generation, you couldn't change the volume from the actual earbuds. So we'll test that out a little bit later in the video. Either way, designed by Apple in California. Inside here is the getting started guide, warranty information. Does not look like they include any Apple logo stickers, which I don't believe they did in the original AirPods Pro either. Continuing on is the case for the AirPods. We're going to set that to the side for just a second. Continue on through. We have an included charging cable, USB Type-C to a lightning connector. So the case does use lightning connection to charge. Unfortunately, worth noting, you can charge the case wirelessly, so it does not need to be plugged in if you don't want to. And finally, inside the box, we have our ear tips, which come in different sizes. And in the second generation AirPods, you actually get an extra small variant. So extra small, small, and large. Medium are actually on the AirPods already. And as you guys know, and as NY Boy knows in the Discord, I will probably have to put the large ones on because I have bigger than usual ears. And on to what you came to see, the AirPods second generation. Now this is the new case, updated. Might not look the same overall, but you will notice once you start just taking a closer look, this is actually for a lanyard. So you can loop a lanyard through this, hook it onto maybe a backpack, a keychain, whatever you want to actually loop it onto. However, you have to buy that separately. So no, the lanyard does not come with in the box, unfortunately. Not very surprised though. And then down at the bottom, it does have a speaker built into it, so it will emit a noise using Find My. So it's basically like having an AirTag now with the case. So you can figure out where you last placed it. It's much easier to find. You can have it ping a chime. It will also make noise when it is plugged in and charging. So if you drop it on a wireless charger, it'll make a little chime letting you know that it's actually charging. Other than that, it just kind of looks like they repurposed the original case, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because the design of the AirPods 2 in general are very, very similar. Not the exact same, but close to the same as the originals. The weight of these buds are the exact same. Just for a quick comparison, on the left are the original, on the right are the AirPods 2. So you'll notice just a little bit of a different design. But overall, when you have them in your ears, it's going to be hard to tell the difference between the two, which to me doesn't really matter. I kind of prefer the earbuds that don't have the stem on them, but the stem does make controls much easier. Another difference between the two cases are the magnets that are built into it. So these are the original. This is a MagSafe battery pack that I use all the time from Anchor. Highly recommend it. But when you set it down with the case to actually charge it, it is charging, but it's fairly weak in terms of how strong the magnets are actually within the original case. Now when we grab the new case and set it down, I can actually put it upside down without having to even hold on to it. So the magnets are much stronger. I wouldn't say nearly as strong as your phone's going to be, but listen as well when I set this down. Just there's that chime that lets you know, hey, it's actually charging. So you don't just have to see that indicator light that's on the front. You can just set it down, look away. Side note, I would definitely recommend this battery pack. I can link to it in the description. I've used it all the time. Not a sponsored comment. Just want to let you know if you're looking for a nice battery pack with magnets built into it. This is definitely my go-to. The last thing I wanted to do before we actually run through the setup process on the phone is take the tip off. So same process as the original AirPods Pro. And then if we wanted to replace it, like I said, I'm going to put the large on. We'll see if that actually works. Just you can want to make sure that it's a complete seal and just basically just snap it back on. It's usually pretty easy. I'm going to have to line this up. It's kind of hard behind the, oh, there we go. So I got it right pretty easily behind the camera, and we are all set and ready to go. It's really easy to swap the tips out. Okay, we're all set up, ready to go set up these new AirPods Pro. Just opening the case, my iPhone 14 Pro detected it right away. Let's hit connect. A little chime from the case letting us know that it's connecting. And there we have it, letting us know there's media controls, tapping the stem there 3 times to skip backward, and adjusting the volume, swiping up and down. Like I said, this is different. I'm curious to see how well it's going to work, and if it works how it should. Noise control, press and hold either to have transparency or the active noise cancellation. You can announce calls and notifications if you'd like to. I personally don't like notifications being announced. Calls obviously are fine with me. And there's our battery percentage on both. Hitting done. We are all set and ready to go. Everything is ready. Let's go ahead and put these in my ears and do some testing. All right, first time trying these on. Let's set them in. And the other one lets me know they're connected, and I can tell that the noise cancellation is on once I put both of these earbuds in. Seem to be a very secure fit. Here's just a close look at both left and right earbuds. And I have been using the original ones quite a bit, so I'm excited to go in a loud area and really test this noise cancellation. I've heard very good things, but I definitely want to go test it myself. So let's run a quick test. I want to test out those volume rockers. So obviously double tap, press once is pause, double tap, skip the song. But now let's say I want to turn the music up a little bit. Here we go. I'm going to really try this. So I'm going to pinch and then swipe up with my pointer finger. Okay. I'm actually a little impressed. So the key is to not, hang on, I need to pause this, a little too loud now. But either way, the key is to actually just kind of go up and not actually press and hold. You don't want to press and hold and then swipe up. Doing that will trigger transparency mode or the active noise cancellation. Now, if you go into Bluetooth settings, they have a group of different options that you can customize. There's also an ear tip fit test. I highly recommend going through that when you run through the different size tips. So I'm going to run this very quickly. Didn't last very long, played some music, and I have a good seal on both of them. I can tell they're not going to fall out. They actually fit really well. I've always been impressed with how well the AirPods Pro fit in my ears because not all earbuds really will fit inside my ears. You can also personalize your spatial audio. So what's going to happen is it captures your ears. So it's going to use the camera on your iPhone, and it's going to say, picture your face in the camera frame, similar to how when you set up Face ID. And when it does that, then it's going to take angles of your face and then personalize the spatial audio depending on your head shape, your ear shape. Kind of interesting. Within settings, there's also something called adaptive transparency. When enabled, if there's really loud sounds around you, those will be reduced, such as maybe a jackhammer on the street, loud construction, maybe a big semi-truck going by you. And finally, let's say I lose the case to my AirPods, or maybe I lose my backpack that my AirPods are in. What I can do is show in Find My Network. They will now show up the case. I'm not showing you my screen. Basically, it goes into the Find My app. And then what you can do is find nearby, like you normally would with an AirTag, or you can hit play sound. That chime is actually louder than I expected coming out of the bottom of the case. So that will just give you a much easier way to find. You can have it notify you when it's left behind. So if you accidentally have these sitting on a restaurant table and you get up and you leave them there, your phone can notify you that, hey, you left your AirPods behind. Kind of nice and really neat integration into the Find My ecosystem. So anyways, that's it for me on the new AirPods Pro 2 from Apple. Seemingly a nice update. Again, design, it really didn't need to be a better design, maybe just reducing the stem, but the stem, again, now allows for volume controls, so that makes them even better. In my opinion, I really missed having volume controls on these the regular AirPods Pro. So anyways, drop a comment, let me know what you think about the new case, the update, if you think it's enough from Apple. A lot more content coming soon, so be sure to press that subscribe button. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching.